A local contractor that we work with just went from 8 calls a month to all the way up to 60 calls a month in 90 days with zero ad spend, just Google visibility. And with all the changes happening right now with AI, this is one of the biggest opportunities any local business can apply to their marketing strategy. My name's Kushal, the founder of WebPanda. I run local SEO and marketing systems for over 40 contractors in the USA across plumbing, HVAC, landscapers, roofers, and we've seen enormous success. We're actively running these marketing systems in their accounts right now and getting them booked without any dependency on paid traffic. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how we did this. And I'm going to show you the 5-step process that got these contractors real results. And again, this is for service-based industries. This local SEO strategy doesn't apply to anywhere else except for contractors. I'll show you real numbers and the counts that we'll go over today. And by the end of this call, you should know exactly what you need to fix in your Google business profile, along with everywhere else, to be able to optimize for calls. So the first step with all of this is to make sure that you understand what is wrong with your current marketing system. What problems are on your website, your Google My Business, all these other sources that you're not really thinking about. You might be changing things that are already good on Google's end, but you aren't changing certain things that Google needs you to fix in order to rank higher. So how do we identify these problems first? I want you to do this alongside me. Go ahead and go to webpanda.io, and I want you to go ahead and type your Google business profile name right here. So for sakes, I'm gonna use one of my clients, P4 Plumbing. There he is. And then once you click on this, it's going to automatically start a scan. It's going to go over his profile and all of his competitors in the area. It's going to go over his pictures, his review sentiment, every single thing that Google might be taking into consideration in your profile. Not only that, but also the desktop experience, the mobile experience, all the tiny schema problems, all the citation problems. It's analyzing it right now. And if you run this, again, it's free. Just go to the website and do it. But if you see here, once you're able to get an understanding of the problems, then you could just start fixing them, right? That's step 1. So let me go ahead and show you the report of what it looks like. So as you can see, it generated the report of all the things. And again, because he's already a client of ours, he's already a local leader in his local area, literally ranking #1 for every single term for plumber, and everything looks good. His GBP profile strength is good, his review gap is good, but when you search it up, you should be able to identify all these things that are wrong with your business. Even still now, there's still 9 things that we need to fix for him. As you can see, there's a single H1 on the homepage. There's a few different structured data that we need to change. We need to add internal links. There's a lot of information that we still need to add to his profile. So if you haven't done that yet, go ahead and pause the video, go to webpanda.io and run that report. Now, step 2 is turning your website into a smart website. People underestimate how much a small level of conversion can change how many leads you get. Let's say 50 people are coming to your website and you have a 1% conversion rate. That means 2 people a month will fill out your website form. But let's say we don't change anything with the amount of traffic that's hitting your website right now. Let's say we only change the conversion rate. Instead of 1%, now we go to 2%. So now 4 people a month are filling out the forms. What have we just done? We've just doubled the amount of leads that generate from your website simply from changing the conversion rate. So the question is, how can we make a website into a smart website to help improve conversion rate? And that's exactly what I'll show you with another one of our clients, Piedmont Plumbing. So as you can see here, we have his website, and if you press Get My Estimate, you can actually just go ahead and fill this form out and get a quote. Now, what this does is normally, if you have a website, is it just goes to your email. Right? Whenever your client fills it out, it goes to your email. 2-3 hours later, you'll see it, you'll call them, and then they'll probably not answer. You probably have to follow up. Sometimes you just forget. But that's not what I want to happen. I want the conversion rate to go up. So what we do is the moment this is filled out, we text the customer from your local area code, "Hey John, this is Gary from Piedmont Plumbing. Can you tell me a little bit more about your plumbing project?" And this gets so many people to immediately reply to the text. Gary sees the text on his phone, the owner of Piedmont Plumbing, he responds, and let me show you this in real time. So right now we're in Gary's account, and as you can see here, we texted Bruce the moment that he filled out the form on the website. As you can see, "Hi Bruce, we just got your form on our website. This is Gary from Piedmont Plumbing and Fuel Piping. Could you share some details on what problem you're currently having?" And he responded, "Hi there, our master needs caulking, second bathroom needs this, and laundry needs that. It looks like a pretty good service call." Immediately after the automation, Gary responded, and he said, "In the second bathroom, what are we talking about?" And this actually ended up a closed deal, simply because we were able to get to it like that. If this person who filled out a form on the website were to be left alone, basically what would happen is he would contact another plumber. Another plumber would go out, do the service, and boom, he would have lost the job. So we have just saved him because of the speed of how the website works with the local number that we set up for you. Now, the goal is to get obviously more people seeing your page, more people going to your Google profile, and more people calling. This helps with conversion rate. So as you make your website more and more smarter, the biggest things that I want you to add is also a live chat. So as you can see here, the live chat, what it does is it goes ahead and basically makes people's problems super easy. If they just have a very quick question that they want to ask, they can just go ahead and put their name and phone and send a thing. Again, the whole goal is for me to get you more leads. So if we make it easier for the people that are visiting your website to fill out something, it's going to be so easy. And this has the exact same replica of us texting out the customer. We just say, hey, thanks for filling out the live chat. Could you tell us a little bit more about your problem? So it has the same outcome, but now we're having more leads on the website, fill out forms, fill out the live chats, and actually reach you. Now, the third marketing system that you need to implement is a review automation. And not just any review automation, but a personalized review automation. The reason this is so important is because it's not just about reviews what Google cares about. Google cares about review velocity. What is review velocity? Is basically how many reviews you get a month, right? So you can get 6 reviews a month, 10 reviews a month, and that's what Google cares about more than the number of reviews. So let's say a plumber has 500 reviews, another plumber has 100 reviews. If the plumber with 500 reviews is only getting 5 new reviews a month, but the 100 review plumber is getting 25 reviews a month, Google's actually gonna rank this plumber higher than the 500 review plumber. So the question is, how can we improve review velocity to be the highest possible? We've done so much research on this and we figured out the solution. And this is exactly what I'll show you here inside a Specialized Plumbing's account. So as you can see here, we basically send out a picture, and this picture, as you can see here, is actually going to be an image of Angela and her husband. And it goes ahead, and we sent this out to Jay, but it inputs the name of the customer into the photo, and then it sends the photo. And think about this from the customer's perspective. They're getting review text from every single person that they do service with, but yours looks so personalized. It looks like you took time out of your day to actually put this together and send it to them. So wouldn't they leave a review, right? We want to be an outlier in their inbox. We don't want to be the commodity, right? We don't want to be everyone else. And this is exactly how we change the game. So we send out this text, hey, it's Angela from Specialized Plumbing, and we talk about that. But here's the thing that also improves reviews is the follow-up. So as we can see here, we text, hey Jay, I wanted to personally follow up because I saw that you haven't left a review yet. This was a few days after, we sent the initial text. And he said, I will. I also need your plumbing help. This is ridiculous. We've just gotten a review, but now we just got another service call. And this actually goes into step 4, which is nurturing, right? But we've just secured a client that wouldn't have become a client again just because we were asking for a review. And as you can see here, Angela stepped in, she took care of it, they got that service call down. Now, I don't want this to be your only touch point. Texting out this very personalized review system will be one touch point. The second touch point is going to be something that you can implement today, which is a QR code system. I want you to have a QR code on the back of every single of your text phones. Just stick it there. And that should take them to Google. And the goal here is that we need to make sure that we get the maximum amount of reviews possible. So the tech will go in person, ask for the review, and then this text will follow up after the tech finishes his job. As you can see, now there's 2 touch points. So how do we prevent bad reviews? This is the biggest question I get from all the contractors that work with me. We implement a filter system. So here's a filter system, as you can see here. If you basically click on the link that we send in the text or scan the QR code, it would lead here. And if you click 5 stars, it would actually lead to Google. And then if you click 1 star, what actually happens is it leads to an internal form. Now this internal form, they are gonna go ahead and fill it out with whatever bad things they have to say about you, but it's not gonna be publicly visible. So then you have to take accountability to call them, check in on them and make sure that they are a happy customer in the future. But it's not going to hurt your reputation. Quick talk, if you're a contractor that's serious about scaling and getting organic leads and want to work with a team of killers, then click the link down below or go to webpanda.io/contact-us. We only work with contractors, and that allows us to have such a good blueprint to be able to replicate what we've done for another plumber to you, or what we do for another roofer to you. And one of the reasons why contractors stay with us is because we scale beyond your Google My Business. After we get you ranking top 3 in your local area, we actually open up a new Google business 15 miles north. 15 miles south, west, east, where you have 4 or 5 Google business profiles that are all ranking well. And this is the biggest unfair advantage that you can possibly have in today's game. Again, it's a free strategy call, so you can see how we operate. So just go ahead and book a call below. Let's get back to the video. And the fourth marketing system is actually probably the most important, and this is going into nurture sequences. Please write this down. You have to be emailing every single person that you worked with every 2 weeks about some educational content about your service, and you have to be texting them every 2 months. Now, let me tell you why this is so important. I'll give you an analogy. Do you remember what you ate for dinner 2 weeks ago? I don't, and I'm sure you don't. So how can we expect our customer to know who they work with if we can't even remember what we ate 2 weeks ago? This is the biggest thing, the reason why you're missing out on like probably $50,000 to $100,000 top line is because you're not emailing and you're not texting. And as long as you do that, these customers will remember you. I'm sure you do good work, so as long as they remember you, they'll go with you again and again. And this is how we improve lifetime value. If you are servicing a customer, let's say you're a landscaper, and you have a job that's worth $600, you go ahead and do that job. But now that job is gone, it's one time. But if you're emailing them and texting them, sure, they may not respond right away, but when they need you, they're gonna remember your name and call you. So over the next 10, 15 years, they're going to use you as the main service. So just imagine that $600 job suddenly goes to maybe like 6, maybe 10 jobs over that, decade time. So what is that? Like that's over going to be $6,000 to $15,000 in jobs simply from one customer because you're nurturing that customer. And this is ridiculous in real time. I'll show you some proof with Montclair Construction. They closed a $131,000 kitchen remodel simply because of this. Let me show you. So if you see here with Edie, we actually went ahead and texted all 2,000 of their customers. And as you can see here, we texted, "Hey Edie, the rainy season caused a lot of drainage issues for homeowners. We're doing $49 inspections in Oakland to help catch problems in house drainage early. We got a bit of extrability about 3 spots. Would you like to check your drainage before it gets worse?" She actually was not interested at all, which was pretty interesting. She said, "No, thank you." And then we said, "No worries. If you have any, anything else you want, let us know." This was the owner, Carlo. He was responding. And then, she said, "Welcome, take care." But I am planning on a kitchen remodel. I don't have all the architectural plans yet, but hopefully soon, and we'll contact you to request a bid on it when I finish plans. This is ridiculous. We bid on the project. It was a $131,000 deal, and they won it. Even though they were the most expensive bid. There was a bid that was about $6,000 lower than them, but they still won. And the reason why is because they already worked with Edie in the past. They already did some sort of contracting work, and she loved the work they did. Now, obviously this is a very blown out of proportion kind of example, but I promise you, if you're able to text and email every single one of your clients, you're going to get way more returning customers, and just not just returning, but also referrals. These people refer you more often because they remember your name. With these 4 marketing systems alone, you're gonna be extremely successful. But as you're seeing more and more calls come through, as you're getting more and more busy, you don't want Google to penalize you. So that's where this 5th marketing strategy comes into place, which is missed call text back. Basically, it just texts the customer if you miss a call. Because if you don't do that, or don't call, or don't pick up, let's say you're busy on a job site, Google will penalize you because it doesn't want to recommend businesses that don't pick up their phone. And then, Google will get a bad rap. Why would I call the first person on Google if they're not picking up their phone? So that's why we implemented this. So again, I want to show you real proof of this working. So let's go ahead and look at Montclair Construction as another example. So as we can see here, this person called and they actually did not pick up. 3 minutes later, as we can see here, we texted them, "Hi, this is Montclair Construction. I saw that we just missed your call. How can we help?" And she texted back, "Hello, I was hoping to get an inspection of a stucco column that was cracked, and I was hoping to know what the cost would be and when you're available to do an estimate." This is insane because this customer would have definitely just called the next, construction firm on the Google My Business, but they didn't simply because we got back to them in time. And then as you can see, they went ahead and responded, and we went ahead and booked that call. So simply by implementing this, we're not even booking calls when you're not even looking, but we're also making sure that we're implementing things so that Google doesn't penalize you. You continue ranking higher in Google. You have this huge review velocity now because you're getting so many reviews with this system, with the QR code, all this sort of stuff, and you're nurturing all these clients. They're getting back to you. They're getting more reviews. It's ridiculous. So again, if you are serious about scaling as a contractor, we work with over 40 active contractors and helping them get to the top of Google. And this allows us to have a very specific play in the market where we can apply what we've done for a plumber in Dallas and just reapply it to you if you're a plumber. Or take what we've done for a roofer in Whidbey Island and just reapply it to you if you're a roofer. We take the same blueprint that we made for every single service business that we work with. And then we want to scale with you to 7 or 8 figures. And we do that after you're ranking top 3 in Google. We open up more Google business profiles all across your area to make sure that you dominate your local area in a 30-40 mile radius. So again, if this sounds interesting, go ahead and book a free strategy call down below or at webpanda.io/contact us. With AI, everything is changing. But if you don't have the money and you want to resolve this yourself, please go on our website, webpanda.io, and actually just use the AI audit feature. It's free, it doesn't cost you a dime, and it's going to make sure that you actually know what's wrong with your Google business profile, so then you're able to fix the problems yourself. With AI, everything is changing, so you have to take matters into your own hands now, or you're going to be left behind the races, and you don't want that to happen. If you take action now, you're actually going to be above everyone. So thank you for watching. Go ahead and subscribe if you found this useful, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.